All right, so today we're going to check out some records and decide if they are real, well, hot trash, you know. Is it hot trash? I picked 3 albums that are almost guaranteed to be hot trash, in my opinion. You know, they're just dumpster fires. I'm talking about records that I look at and I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to like that record. It's got to be complete garbage. I'm going to find out. So I got 3 records. I picked 6ix9ine. What's it called? Tattletales? Is that the name of the record? Tattletales? And then, Tattletales. It's funny. And then we got Megan Thee Stallion's new record, Megan. Just Megan. And Silk the Shocker has a new record, believe it or not. And Silk the Shocker, that record came out, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. And I just looked at it like, oh, hell no. You know, hell no. What is it called? It will all make sense later. That's literally what it's called. So all of these are stacking up to be hot garbage. Can they be saved though? The one that I have the most faith in is probably Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. I don't know why I decided to do that record. I mean, for the most part, there's a couple songs that I've heard that she has that ain't bad. But it's new school hip hop. So I'm not supposed to like it. I doubt I'll like it. That's why it's in the acid test of the hot garbage episode. Why don't we give it a shot? You know, let's start off with our favorite little snitch here. 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, Tattletales. All these records have to do is have, let's say, one good song and it'll keep it out of the dumpster fire. Is that fair? Is that 1? Is 2 better? 1 or 2? Maybe we'll just know when we're done. You know, what can save this from being in the dumpster fire? Let's give it 1 track. 1 track can save this record from being in the dumpster fire. Okay. We'll set that rule on all these other albums. Can I find 1 song that is worth saving this album for? You know, is 1 enough? I don't know. Might be 2. Let's find out, man. First of all, let's get started here. We're gonna do Tattletales 6ix9ine. First track here that I'm listening to, 6ix9ine and Akon. I haven't heard Akon in a minute. Beats all right. I don't know who's doing the beats here. That's definitely Akon. You know, it's not the worst song in the world. Not yet. But, you know, a mid song, something that's okay, isn't going to save the record from not hitting that dumpster fire status. I mean, this song is halfway over, and I don't even know if I've heard 6ix9ine yet. Maybe that's him right there. He sounds, I don't know. I don't hear it though. I don't hear the appeal yet. Let's try the next song here. Tutu. Tutu. All of his songs are in all caps. This dude sounds like Akon still. I mean, he's saying that it's funny how they're trying to take his style. I'm like, who? I mean, who? Who? If anything, he sounds kind of like Akon mixed with T-Pain. You know, I want to know who's taking his style. You guys let me know if you're in the know, because I have no fucking idea. So, Tutu, ain't gonna save this from hot garbage status. Let's go on to the next track here. Gooba. Gooba. Oh my gosh. This one's tough, man. I mean, he talking Spanish here, man. Is he half Mexican? But he throws the N-word around, so I assume he's half, you know? Otherwise, how does he have a pass? He kind of light skinned, so I don't know. You know, Gooba, this one kind of slaps. You know, he's got some energy here, but this isn't going to save it from the hot garbage status. Dude, this guy sounds like he wants to be Akon. You know, some of these songs just, maybe it's because he started off with Akon, or it's the first song I ever heard of this dude. He was with Akon, but it just sounds like he wants to be Akon. This is one big meh so far. One big meh. Wait. Okay. Wait. Man, they got lyrics for this? Let's see what kind of skills is. Oh my God, look at him. Ooh, dude's looking rough. He might be half black, half Mexican, huh? Or whatever Benzino is. Maybe that's what he is. Nah, man, this is total meh. Mid. If that. Ugh, dude looks fucking rough, man. Ray Charles track. This whole track gonna be about Ray Charles? All right, well, if this whole thing is about Ray Charles, I mean, as a metaphorically, I should say it's a Ray Charles. You know, the same way Rick Ross says he's MC Hammer. You know, the lyrics are kind of funny. I like how he uses Ray Charles for this, that he ain't ever seen a bitch you need. You know? I mean, this is close, you know, this is close to, this kind of pulls it a little bit out of the dumpster, but does it pull it completely out? I don't think so. It's close. Always on Twitter saying some absurd shit. All right. Funny track. Just, it's all right. You know, it's funny. Let's go to on to the next one. Trolls featuring Nicki Minaj. Man, listen to this beat. Damn, it's a nice beat. All right. Okay, this one might have just kept it out of the dumpster fire. I don't know. What do you think? And then he raps. Dude sounds like a Shaggy 2 Dope, a Mexican Shaggy 2 Dope or something. You know, that screaming. That's just his thing, I guess. Damn.
I know you don't like me. You wanna fight me. Always on my page, never double tap like me.
All right, Nicki's hot, man. She's hot. Okay, I can't. I can't lie, man. This beat is cool. The track is dope. This is a pretty fire track. I think this might have just saved it from being a dumpster fire, you know? I think Nicki might have saved it. And this beat too. It's a trip. It's not bad, not bad. Okay, I like that track. I can't lie. Trolls. Let's go on to the next track here. Nini. Oh, hell no. This is like some Jamaican shit or something, man. Ah, man, this shit probably plays in a club in Miami or something. Ain't for me, man. This ain't gangsta. I don't know. I'm trying to finish the song, you know. Hard pass. Next track here. Punani. Tsunami Nami. Punani Nani. Did you know that rhymed? I had no idea. I never thought about it. But I'm not a rapper. I mean, the beat's alright, but his flow just kind of kills it to me, you know? It's like he's always pissed or something. That's the dude who's rapping right there. Ish. Alright, bro. Nah. I don't know. What kind of music is this, man? Is this like drill or trap? I don't know. I'm old, man. I'm old. Alright, yeah. Alright, we got the Spanish going up in this track. Sounds like, is this what Bad Bunny sounds like? You know, because when I see Bad Bunny, this is what I imagine his music to sound like. What is this, man? This ain't even like rap. This is like, I don't know what this is. Nah, man, this one is garbo. This one, you want to throw gasoline on the fire and then throw this record in. Not for me. Let's go on to the next track here, dudes. Leah. Dude, this, like, I don't know, man. This fucking sounds like Akon to me. When he tries to start singing and whatever, obviously he's channeling Akon. You know, he loves Akon. And T-Pain. Nah. Nope. Gotta. Featuring Lil AK. All right. This beat's cool. I think this is gonna be a cool beat, I think. Ray Charles John Cena. Hilarious line. Yeah, I mean, it's not for me. It's alright, but it's a cool beat. Some of the lyrics are alright, but it's mid. This does not prevent it from being trash. GTL, what is this? Man, we got something guitar here going on. What is this? Fuck no, man. I can't bear it any longer. Next. You know, it's probably my fault for listening to the track with Akon first. You know, that's the first, but I just can't separate him from channeling that Akon. You know, he sounds like Akon. Or a wannabe. I know wannabe's a bad word, right? Okay. You know, I could say he's influenced by Akon. But to me, you know, if I want to listen to Akon, I'm going to listen to Akon. If I want to listen to 6ix9ine, what am I really looking for? The screaming guy? I guess it's damned if you do, damned if you don't for me here. So, yeah, Ava, meh, not doing it for me. RED, what's this? Featuring Slayman. Slamming? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's a screamer rapper. You know? Alright, so this guy Slamming, he's got an interesting voice at least. It's different. I don't know, man. It ain't my style. Moving on. Trolls Alternative Edition. Oh, this is that Nicki Minaj track. I'll check out the Alternative Edition. Let's see if there's any difference here. Yeah, I don't remember the first one too well to really tell you if there's a difference. But I just noticed that his lyric, the way he started off the song, is the same way Nicki started hers off. So they got a theme going on. You know what? When he raps quietly, not too bad. But he likes doing this scream thing. I don't know. I don't know about the screaming raps, you know. But a million people can't be wrong, right? They buy his record. All right. That's the end of that. 6ix9ine. What do we got next, man? Don't worry, at the end, we're going to discuss what's dumpster fire, what's not. Whoa. Nicki Minaj here has a different verse. In Spanish. A lot of Spanish. I'm pleasantly surprised here. Nicki Minaj might have saved this record from being hot trash. You know, I've never heard a Nicki Minaj record, but I liked her on Birdman's shit back in the day, you know? I knew she had flow. All right, man. We're going to quit right there. We're going to go from one record to the next. Megan Thee Stallion. We just got done checking out a record where Nicki Minaj stepped up and probably stole the show. So from Nicki to Megan. Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know too much about her. I think she has a couple of tracks I've heard that are dope. But She's too new school for me. We got 18 tracks here. Let's see what we got. It's an interesting cover. You know, the other cover to 6ix9ine, it wasn't too bad. I kind of like the cartoony style. Here we got something a little bit more like, looks like you buy like a poster of it, you know, or some shit. Okay. I like this piano, man. I like this beat, actually. Her flow's all right. You know, it's kind of funny. Okay. I mean, do I like it? I don't hate it. If the whole record is like this, I'm not sure you can call it a dumpster fire. I might have made a mistake by saying this one was going to be a dumpster fire. You know, I thought for sure. Let's go on to the next track. Rattle. This one ain't doing nothing for me. Really, it ain't. I mean, I'm going to give every song at least a minute. This ain't it. Rattle. I tell you, man, the second track to an album is so critical, man. So critical, you know. But she came out fire on the first track, you know. Right off the bat, she had a good start. The second track, though, ain't doing it for me. Let's go on to Figueroa. Oof. Big word alert. I like the sound effects she's doing. Okay, this is a nice song, actually. This is a nice song. And one thing that I really love are like interesting little background sounds that they throw in. They gotta be subtle. Right there. All right, man. I give this one its props, you know. We might not be on a dumpster fire dive here, man. This one just, I don't know. Let's check out where them girls at. Oh, snap. Just crunk. We about to get crunk. All right. What do we got here? This reminds me of some crunk South Miami shit. This is Lil Jon on the beat. This is a serious track, man. Oof. Damn. All right. This one is hot. You know, it's hot. Is it my style? Not necessarily. But it's all right, man. I can tell it's tight. All right. Next track, man. Broke his heart. This could be a good song, man. This could be a good song. All right. Funny lyrics, you know. She ain't got no shame. You know what? It ain't bad. I don't think it would save it from being a dumpster fire, though. It's not bad. BAS. Let's try that one. Featuring Kylie Rich. You know, the beats are cool. I mean, this beat's cool. But I don't know, you know, female rappers, man. Some of their lyrics, they just kind of hit different, right? You know, when you're listening from their perspective, it's kind of like, I can't relate. He lying to me, I'm lying to him. I guess we both ain't shit. Interesting. Okay, this is a masterpiece track. This is good. I can tell. It's fucking dope. This is not going to be a dumpster fire record. It don't sound like it, you know? I don't know how far we're in. All right, we're not even halfway through yet. Dang, she knows how to pick some of these beats, man. Ooh. This beat is fire. Damn. We gotta add that one to the liked songs. Okay, I can't lie. I like this song. I like this fucking song. Is Megan the best female rapper right now? Is she? I don't know. I never really thought about it. I mean, after hearing Nicki Minaj on that dude's album, I mean, that skill. She got skill. This girl, a little different. She's got the it factor. She's a star, you know, that's for sure. Like what she lacks in delivery that Nicki has, she makes up for it with her charisma. She knows the character she's playing here, and it's like a boss bitch. All right, man. I fucks with that song. Otaku Hot Girl. Next track, Find Out. This one is rough, man. I ain't gonna like it. Nope, hard pass. BOA. This is crazy. BOA, man. Check out that beat, man. That's crazy. Let's get to the hook, though. Not much of a hook here, but it's a cool song, man. BOA. Yeah, I can't lie. It's dope. Let's go on to the next track. Mamushi featured Yuki Chiba. This cover's tripping, actually. Now that I look at it, she's coming out of an egg. Crazy. They're talking Chinese or something. Stack it up like Tetris, but this money ain't a game. Not a very long song, but I could tell this one is alright. I like that piano. Alright. Let's move on. The Chinese talk is pretty cool too, you know. I think that Japanese talk is cool. It fits right in. Accent featuring Glorilla. I don't know about this one. I might just be getting exhausted. I was trying to see how many tracks we got left here. This one ain't doing it for me. I'm going on to the next track here. Paper Together featuring UGK. What? Man, this better be good. A young yellow bitch to wreck your stable. You gotta keep the bitch on a long cable. I used to cut cheese up on the table. There's still Pimp C vocals out there? That's nuts. I mean, it's been like 20 years almost. Unless this is from an outtake from another track. You guys let me know. I'm not sure. I like it. This track alone would keep it out of the dumpster fire, don't you think? I gotta give it props. UGK, they sound pretty good, man. I don't know where they got that Pimp C verse from, but if it was hidden from in the vaults forever, even more props. All right, let's go on to the next track here. Spin featuring Victoria Monet. I mean, I'm gonna give it like 60 seconds, you know. I can't do it, man. Hard pass. Garbo. Get that out. But probably for the ladies. Downstairs DJ. Remember earlier when I said you can't really relate to all their, you know, like, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if I'll be bumping this in the car. How about the beat though? I mean, it's all right. You know, I'm not going to give it a negative, but ain't for me. Let's move on. Miami Blue featuring Big Crit and Buddha Bless. Yeah, you know what? This one's fire, man. I would give it fire. All right, man. I can't lie. That one's cool. Not my favorite, but it's cool. Worthy. Here we go. This is like the most upbeat track so far. This one's dope. I mean, it's upbeat, man. You can't help but to bob your head to this. It's kind of corny, though. It's cheesy. I mean, listen to that. Not worthless. I like it. Let's go on to the next track. That one? Yeah, it's good. Moody Girl. Ooh, there's only one more song left after this. How do we finish this record off? Nope. Nope. Fucking skipping. I don't know, man. It's too slow for me. You know? It's a little too... I don't know what that is. R&B-ish? A little too R&B? A little too R&B for me. Too R&B for me. Cobra. Alright, this is a cool beat. I think this is the best way you could have ended this record. It's on a good note. I mean, I might have picked the wrong record to put up in this lineup, you know, for dumpster fires. Let's find out, man. We're gonna talk about all this shit at the end. So I think I've heard enough. Next album is gonna be Silk the Shocker. And I've been holding off for a long time on this record, man. Oh shit, it's gonna be a long one too. Woo. It will all make sense later. You guys ready for this? Silk the Shocker, man. I don't know. It's probably been like 20 years since he's recorded anything, and here he is with the fucking album. It's crazy. Almost 20 years, I'm guessing, right? I don't know. Silk the Shocker. A lot of people say he's the worst rapper ever. You know, that might be unfair, but he seems to be like the the bar for whack rappers. His name will always come up. Hey, life ain't fair. I know that Charge It to the Game is a hidden gem, you know? Guilty pleasure maybe. It's a cool record on No Limit. How does this sound though? I wonder who's even on the beats here. We're going to look at all of that at the end, you know, who's on the beats. I kind of want to go into this like blindfolded on all these records. Let's check this out, man. This is a 2024 record, Silk the Shocker. It will all make sense later, and that is the title of the first track. Let's go. It's going to be epic because there's rain.
Win-win. It's like I can't lose, especially lately. And I was a cool dude until I made my first million and I went crazy. It's a trip because my sixth sense, like I can sense haters.
Damn, that is Silk the Shocker.
It'll all make sense later. I'm like, if we talking facts,
I wonder who even dropped this.
if we play, we gon' win. We never
I mean, is there a...
play with my dog. I'm going in. We about the money. We chasing M. We some trendsetters.
Yeah, I'm looking for a record label.
Win-win. It's like I can't lose.
Black and Mild is the producer.
They don't get it right now. It'll all
Okay.
make sense later. I'm like, it's a trip because my
If you were hoping
haters.
that Silk the Shocker would have written his own lyrics, you're in luck. He did.
It'll all
He did.
make sense later. I'm like, it'll all make sense later. I'm like,
Still has a decent amount of listeners.
can't lose, especially lately. If they don't get it right,
This track right here is not going to save this record from being hot garbage, really.
chasing up these commas, yeah, word to my mama. See, I don't be having these
I mean, I don't know.
cause I be calling my dog. And once it's up,
Ain't doing it for me. Let's go on to the next track. I'll do it.
yeah. Like, Shaka, how you gonna do? I'm like, shh. It's easy, man.
Does he got any No Limit Soldiers on here?
I do it. Please don't make me do it. She won't like me when I'm angry.
Nope. How are you going to do a record with no soldiers on it?
When I open on him,
This is Shocker World Entertainment. All rights reserved.
not a chef, but I bake dope.
I mean, it ain't no limit, you know.
So I gave him all the way
It ain't no limit records.
gone by the case, little hook, like, even
If you're a big Silk the Shocker fan,
fake though.
what did you think about this record?
Beyonce or Drake show. I don't trust many. Seems only money faithful. So I'm
His flow is still
to the bank. I'm so playful.
Silk the Shocker. Fuck no. Nope.
Yeah.
Next track. We Them Boys.
Yep. Mr. Amazing.
All right, come on. Come on. It's gotta be a good track here, right? It's gotta be a good track.
Bag it. You did, we did, do we?
Damn.
Then you can be us. We them boys for now. Look. We them boys better run it next. If you owe me something, yeah, you better run it back. Blew it all, but it's nothing about to run it back. About to re-up as soon as I'm done with that.
I have a feeling this record ain't gonna be too good. I mean, I don't know what he's going for here. You know, his sound.
Tryna stack
Maybe he tried to go for something modern, but
tryna get this money.
even the people who have modern
You know what that
beats
I don't know about y'all, but I
still kind of stay
my dog going that water.
like they still know, they still remember where they came from. You know, there's old school elements in it.
We them boys, I'm just saying.
This one,
Big crib,
I don't know. This sounds like some European producer or something.
baddest chick up in the game. I'm just saying, we them boys, who they worry about.
Now,
Man, look at here. You hear me?
you bringing Hoop featuring Rob Kazi? I mean, we gonna give every song like a minute.
Things tryna get it for
And I wonder why he didn't go for a ridiculous album cover. You know, everybody would have appreciated that. You know, something ridiculous. Like the old No Limit days. You know, come on, give us something retro. This looks like it's a knockoff Prince cover or something, like Purple Rain or some shit.
what I do. If I ain't got it, go get it.
I don't know. It looks really,
Go get it. If I ain't got it, go get
I
it.
don't know.
If I ain't got it,
little pop, little bit too poppy for me. And this song isn't all that great either. You know, I'm listening to this record for you guys, so you don't have to. We're going on to the next track. Hold up. Come on, give me a dope song. Give me one dope song. Shaka. I feel like I heard this before. All right, I have heard this before. This one is almost, it's almost all right. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. Came a long way. Ooh, it's going to be a tough record to get through, but someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. Okay, so why do I hate this record so far? Is it because I wanted Silk the Shocker to be like Silk the Shocker and not whatever this is? You know whose fault this is? This is your fault, people. You guys called him the worst rapper in the world, so he done went and switched his whole style up. All of it. I mean, look, I'm not saying he can flow now. The complete opposite. His flow might have stayed the same, I guess. But where's the gangsta? I think Silk the Shocker is only listenable on like a KLC beat or Beats by the Pound, you know? I mean, you can't hate him for trying something different, right? It's kind of brave to come out a decade plus later, maybe 2 decades. And to be fair, it doesn't sound like he's forgot how to rap either, you know? Like some dudes sound rusty or way different. This guy still sounds like Silk the Shocker. It's just that his whole style is different. His and hers, let's move on. I'm not sure this is going to save itself. I don't know if there's going to be any good songs on here because I just don't care for the style of production, you know? I wonder if there's any curse words on this record because I don't see a parental advisory sticker. I mean, if you can make a clean record, yeah, there's some merit to that. And give some to your kid to listen to, you know? Silk the Shocker, yeah. Nope, can't do it. His and hers, nope. All right, let's check out Run Up. He just gave a shout out to No Limit. No Limit TME. What is that? Okay, did I get the censored version of this record? It just makes it worse for me, but whatever. How was I supposed to know there was a censored version of this? Like, who does that anymore? I don't like this song either. This is whack. I Am So Real. Jeez. Oof. About 10 songs left. Jeez. All right. Gotta keep an open mind. Stay in the moment. Is he trying to be Lil Wayne on here now? You know, who do you guys think he is influenced by now? He hasn't been around for a couple decades. So, you know, he had to look around and be like, I can do that. Who did he pick to say, I can do that? Is it Lil Wayne? He's got that auto-tune going on hard here. That's a negative, man. That's a negative. Eek. Nope. Finest Girl. You know this is going to be whack, right? This one's going to be whack. This is a love album, huh? Like this is all fucking goofy R&B shit. I dig the piano in here though. You know, sometimes it's that smoothie jazz shit. You know, when Nas do it, it ain't bad. But that's Nas. Okay, I thought this was going to be completely whack, like the wackest song on here, but Finest Girl might be the best one on here so far. That ain't really saying much though. All right, the only reason I'm gonna save that one, I'm gonna send it to my lady. All right, other than that, let's keep moving. Is that gonna save it from the dumpster fire? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. What do we got? Allergies? I'm allergic to this album. Here comes his hardest track. This is the hard Silk the Shocker now. The hard Silk the Shocker.
I stay from around all these snakes. I stay from around all these snakes. I sneeze, I'm around you, I chew. That means I'm allergic to you.
That means I'm allergic to you.
Fake. Yeah, I'm allergic to fake.
I'm allergic to fake. He never said he was gangsta. Hold the phone.
Say what I feel. They already know how I live.
I never said I was gangsta. Is that true? I don't think so.
I to 'em. They already know what the real is. I might go and cop me a Wraith.
Why do some rappers just get on the mic and say, look, I lied, I'm not a gangster? Like, I mean, don't insult our intelligence. We know you're not out there running in the streets or whatever, you know? But come on. You don't have to tell. Look, Silk the Shocker never came across as a tough guy. You know, he kind of rode his brother's coattails. We know, Silk, we know. Allergies. I'm allergic to this song. I'm allergic to gangster rappers getting on the mic saying that they're not gangsters. I'm allergic to that. Let's go. Next track, Robot. Do we get Master P here? Is this P? Give me a. This is fucking horrible. Is this a song? There's no beat here. And for the first time, that's actually better. That's a good thing. Like, the album is improving without a beat. Isn't that crazy? I'm pretty sure it hasn't been out in a lot longer than 7 years. Are these leftover lyrics? This was Silk the Shocker. And now this is Silk the Shocker. This is what it feels like to get old. You just watch shit just go down the drain. All right. It's funny. It's funny because it's probably the best song because there's no music to it. Bow. What do we got here? A few more tracks. We're going to make it. We're going to get through this together. Me and you, man. Eye on the prize. What kind of music is this, man? Y'all tell me. This is a genre of music that has passed me by. And that's okay, because I probably said, just keep on going, man. Keep on going. It's like electro pop. I think this whole thing might be too electronic for me. It just sounds like flat. It just sounds flat. Like, it's almost like it sounds like he went to this website and just like found a producer he likes and just downloaded all of his beats, you know? Like, there's nothing here that screams out anything unique to Silk the Shocker himself. Maybe not even the lyrics that he wrote for any of these songs. Maybe Ball, I don't know. I don't like it though. Vending Machine. You know what? This is missing a featured rapper. Anybody would help. You know, for some reason, I just felt like Corrupt should be in this song. Like, yeah, he could have got Corrupt. Like, why not? Why wouldn't he? You know? Or any other rapper that's not too busy these days. I don't know. I don't know if Corrupt's busy. Song's kind of funny. I like the screaming that they're throwing in the back. You know, that's him. Let's see how this song evolves.
4, 3, 2, 1. Man, what's up with you? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, what's up with you?
We don't rock with you, dog.
Nah.
Can't join the crew.
Nope. Business. You can tell it's the end of the record here pretty soon. He's trying to get all epic now.
Act like you never did it. I'm only back cause nobody could do me better than me.
No. Hell no. You know, if the autotune wasn't there, this song might be all right.
Man, I've been about my business since
But it's overused.
in the beginning like Genesis.
Like, this beat's all right. But wait for that hook. It's going to fuck up the whole song. See? Here we get to the chorus. I can't do it. It turns into Garbo right here. And then it tries to get back on track. But it's just that dude's voice. Fucking makes it whack.
You know it's
Milk and honey, let's go.
times, just gotta face it. I know it'd be a lot easier if I could just go back and erase it.
I like a good organ, come on.
I'ma make
And here comes the singing. You know what? It's his fault. You know, he was a gangster rapper, and I thought this would be gangster rap. And it's not. It really ain't, you know? It really ain't. It's his fault. It's his fault. Or it's my fault. Fool me once. Shame on me. Look, I don't expect him to be out in the streets running and gunning, you know? But somehow Ice Cube still does it. You know, does gangsta rap. You know, he's got that street wisdom or something, you know? I don't know. Not everybody could be Ice Cube. Next track. Out of here. Oh, please. This is the last song. Come on. Give me something to work with here, Silk. How do we finish the record? How do we go out? You guys know I'm going to hate this song. I'm going to hate the song. It's the last song and I hate it. Unfortunately, this last song doesn't save it one bit. It really just like puts the nail in the coffin. You know, it sends the message home. This is not the record. This ain't it, Chief, as they say. This ain't it, Chief. Charge it to the game. That's it, you know. Speaking of Silk the Shocker and his other albums, how are his other albums? I think I've only heard Charge It to the Game because I'm kind of scared to listen to the other ones. Like, oh, you know, Silk the Shocker. It's like, I don't want to be bored. I just want to listen to Charge It to the Game because that one isn't boring, you know. But it's going to take courage. I'm going to have to get through that Silk the Shocker discography one day. This one, though, has to be his worst album. I'm predicting it is. Knock on wood, because I've been wrong.
you get out or you stay and drown. Young, but we live life too old.
All right, we're going to finish it right there. Let's go ahead and decide which of these records stays in the dumpster fire and which one don't. All right? All right, so it's time to decide which one of these records is hot trash and which one isn't. We got 3 lined up. Let's start with the first one we did, 6ix9ine's Tattletales. So the first time I ever heard 6ix9ine was like right now, today. His style of rapping, it's not really for me. I don't think. He kind of like screams a lot and he does the auto tune. And the first track that I got with Akon had me kind of confused as to when Akon started and when 6ix9ine started. But, you know, later on that became obvious because 6ix9ine is the shouter dude. But Akon is on there twice. So, you know, it is what it is. A lot of auto-tune, a lot of shouting. The beats are okay, though. You know, I could tell that he went out of his way to pay his producers because it sounds top-notch. You know, this is like from a top-notch studio. And they're okay, you know. I don't mind them. I didn't recognize any of the producers at all, which just makes me fucking old, you know, but whatever. The standouts, I think Trolls with Nicki Minaj is probably the record that saved this from being hot trash. Gotta, featuring Lil AK, whoever that is all right too. And then Trolls, the alternative version, is also really good. So all in all, I can probably say Nicki Minaj stopped this from being hot trash, in my opinion. The bad though, what I didn't like, I don't like his flow. I don't really care for the screaming, but it's original. So, he's got a lane. He's got a lot of fans. I mean, if you look at the wiki page on this guy, he sells a lot of records. So, I'm okay being different or weird or whatever, but this I cannot honestly say that this is hot garbage. So I can't recommend it, but I can't say it's hot garbage either. So pull that one out of the dumpster. All right, the next album, Megan Thee Stallion. This is another record with producers I don't recognize, and I've probably heard Megan a few times, but I think it's always been like the same song. I don't even know what it was called, but I had the chance to take this all in, listening to this. Megan has that it factor. She has this boss-like charisma. Her beats at times are pretty incredible, actually. And I didn't know that this would be her fit. I didn't know this was her lane. I'm not sure what I expected of her, but I was wrong. I was wrong to say that this was going to be hot trash. It's not. I could actually recommend this to people. Some of my favorite songs here were like where the hot girls at, I think it's called, where the hot girls at, something like that. BAS, Otaku Hot Girl, BOA, and then Paper Together. With UGK. I mean, having UGK on there, that was a nice touch. And Worthy, real upbeat track. I liked it. And that's just off my first listen. I haven't really had a chance to get in there and really soak it all in. So, I think I was wrong to say that this one was going to be hot trash. I stand corrected. I think I could even recommend it a little. And that's about it, man. I was wrong. Check out that record. It's not bad. Now, the final record that I checked out was Silk the Shocker. Now, y'all know how I feel about No Limit Records. They got a long list of artists that I just never checked out. And I'm just catching up now. And I think last year I went and checked out Charge It to the Game. I have the video on this channel. And I was really surprised. It could be the best No Limit record ever made, in my opinion. So the expectations were a little different for Silk the Shocker than these other two albums that I heard, because I've heard Silk the Shocker and I have him to compare him to. It's a little unfair, right? Because, I have to compare Silk to Silk of 20 years ago or so. So he's got the stack. He's got the cards are stacked against him. Let's just say that. So if I never heard Silk, though, in my life, he'd sound like some SoundCloud generic rapper, to tell you the truth, on this record. It's got the SoundCloud producer vibe, the SoundCloud rapper vibe, because Silk isn't really saying anything original anymore. I don't know, man. It came across feeling generic to me, and sometimes just came across feeling too soft and R&B. And I get that rappers grow up, I get it. They change, they grow up or whatever. But Ice Cube is a prime example of the guy who can grow up but still give us that wisdom, that gangsta wisdom that just it feels like Christmas when he comes out with the record. So, what's so wrong about this record? I don't know. There's no OG producers on it at all. You got to get in where you fit in, I say. If you're an OG, get OG producers. Some of these new producers, like maybe the one that Silk got, just ain't a fit for him. They ain't his style. Maybe these rappers like 6ix9ine here, if he had his producers do work on this album, would I still feel the same? I might still feel like this doesn't fit for Silk. This ain't for Silk. I say this record, though, I don't know, maybe, hopefully, Silk was just kind of testing the waters and getting warmed up, to see what the crowd says and what people are saying. Do they still remember him or whatever? Because this one right here is a dumpster fire. This one stays in the dumpster. It just goes there. I can't recommend it. There's nothing about it. I think that is there's no saving grace on this record. None of it is good. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, man. Have you guys heard any of these records? Silk the Shocker, that one's got to stay in the trash, unfortunately. But let me know what you think in the comments. Have you heard that Silk the Shocker record? Were you curious? I was curious, but I was like, I ain't gonna like it. I know it. And these other records, I was curious. I was proven wrong. Mostly, the 6ix9ine guy, I mostly wasn't, but he had, like I said, man, you get 1 or 2 tracks and you're not a dumpster fire record at that point. 1 or 2 tracks he had that were pretty good. Megan, more than 1 or 2 tracks. Most of her album is pretty good, and that's just off my first listen. And then we get Silk the Shocker. The whole album was bad. So let me know what you think, man. Hot or not, whatever. Hot trash or not. What do you think? If you guys have a suggestion on one of these records I should check out that you just know is going to be hot trash, hit me up in the comments and I'll hit it on the next episode. Peace out.